welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Michael. And Candace, who's actually doing the filming because we don't have a film crew yet because we ain't that cool. But if you go to cookingwithmichael.us and buy some stuff, maybe we can afford a camera crew. But anyway, as you can see, we're on location. And if you read our comments, you probably figured out we are actually in New Orleans. Right now, we're in the Garden District in front of Lafayette Cemetery number 1. We thought this was a great place to start the video, primarily because it's New Orleans and it's all about dead people. And food and drinking a lot. So anyway, but it's beautiful. This cemetery itself actually opened in 1833. By 1874, it actually became obsolete, but it's still pretty cool. It's very, you can see the way New Orleans does, they bury their dead above ground. What does this have to do with food? Well, at night, they come out, they're zombies, and they eat each other.
No, they would eat us, dude.
Oh, they eat us? Oh, that's right. Zombies don't eat each other, they eat us. Never mind.
Right. If they ate each other, there wouldn't be any zombies left.
Ladies and gentlemen, Candace is a big Walking Dead fan. She knows all about zombies. Anyway, so again, this is just how we're starting. There's a couple things we're going to show you. We're not really going to show you how to make food this week, so it's going to be a very quick one. We're going to show you some really cool things, some local beer, because, you know, it's about alcohol for me, some local food, breakfasts, and some great Creole food, some great Cajun food, and whatever the hell else we find that makes it fun. So thanks for watching, and we're going to show you some more things, all New Orleans. So Cooking with Michael and Candace, we'll have some fun. So keep watching. Okay, and our first stop on our food tour in New Orleans was going to the world-famous Felixs Restaurant and Oyster Bar. They're known for a lot of things. First of all, thanks to the Felixs crew. They really took good care of us and helped point out what's very popular there. So, of course, the oysters, the half shell, the crawfish, all of that stuff is good. But they had something that was something very
new to Marylanders.
Yeah, that was a good way of saying it. So we had to give it a shot. Candace, we wasn't all that thrilled about trying it. But we did it, and
it was really good, actually.
So it's fried alligator. So we're going to show you that here in just a moment. Show you what the fried alligator look like. All right, so here it is, the fried alligator. That's right, it is fried bits of alligator. It's a light breading, just a very nice, easy taste. It didn't. People say it tastes like chicken or whatnot. I don't know what it tasted like. What did it taste like?
It tasted kind of like chicken, but a little meatier, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, anyway, it was fantastic. So again, thanks to the Felixs crew for turning us on to the alligator. Now it's on to the breakfast portions. All right, so of course in New Orleans, it's breakfast, and you can see this is just a regular old omelet, nothing special, with some nice potatoes. But of course, I had to go for the grits, as you can see up there, and we learned last year what a grit was. The one thing I noticed this year, New Orleans is about their toast. They don't have regular toast; it's brioche. It's a very sweet, very sugary bread. Mm-hmm. Which, if you're not a big fan of that, and you're looking for regular white bread, you're not really going to find it. Wheat bread, not going to find it. You're definitely not going to find rye, but still a great New Orleans breakfast. So that's where we were with that, and then we had to make our next stop. And of course, after breakfast, we had to go and do the world famous Tracys. Yeah, Tracys in the Garden District, a fantastic place. Very interesting. The way Tracys does it, you walk in. You go to one station, you order your po' boy sandwich, which we'll talk about in just a second, and then go to a second station, you order your drinks, and then go to a third station, order your crawfish, and then have a seat, and they bring the food out to you, and it's a lot of fun. So it was a very interesting, very, very interesting to go to there. But let's talk about po' boys right now. And while you're at Tracys, you've got to get the po' boy. That's right. They are known for their po' boy sandwiches. Po' boy, which is a New Orleans staple. It's known to New Orleans. It's very, very specific to New Orleans. The po' boy sandwich, which originally called the poor boy sandwich, originated in 1929 during the streetcar strike at Martin's Brothers French Market and Coffee Stand. When the strikers would show up, the people at the Martin's Brothers French Market would scream out, "Here come the poor boys." And why were they poor? Well, because they were on strike and they weren't getting paid. So these sandwiches were basically developed to help feed them. Typically, they were little bits of roast beef, gravy, lettuce, tomato, pickles on a special New Orleans type bread. The sandwich is basically leftover pieces of what they had left, and they basically gave it out for a dime to these strikers, and so they can have something to eat. Now it is mostly either shrimp or roast beef. It's kind of the two big favorites. So as you can see here, it's a great dish, and I'll tell you what, it really is very, very filling. The shrimp one was crazy, and Candace, you went with the roast beef one, right?
I had the roast beef one.
And that was, we didn't eat for at least a good, well, we're
20
pigs.
minutes.
So like 20 minutes. But anyway, so now it's on to the next pieces. And what's going to on location without showing a local beer? Alligator. Brewed locally in New Orleans. It's basically alligator beer. Actually, it's not really alligator beer, but it has an alligator on the front, and we tried it and said, it was pretty good. So now the hallmark of New Orleans food. And of course, no trip to New Orleans would be complete without Shrimp Creole. We've made Shrimp Creole before. But I got the recipe, 20-some years ago from a local New Orleans restaurant. I will not tell you the name, primarily because I don't remember. But anyway, just Shrimp Creole, you can't go wrong with it. Shrimp, spicy tomatoes, sauce, rice, some peppers, and some other stuff in there. Just an amazing dish, and again, no trip to New Orleans would be complete without it. There's no history to it other than it's a nice Creole food. It's local to the area,
and it is extremely yummy.
Oh yeah, so maybe we'll remake it and on the show coming up down the road.
Maybe,
with Candace added. And while I had the Creole, Candace tried something a little bit more local to New Orleans. But what is this?
This is what they call the Taste of New Orleans at this particular restaurant. And on the top left, it is the Gumbo Soup. On the top right, it is red beans and rice with a little slice of andouille sausage on top.
Looks like poo.
It does not.
Oh, sorry. Actually, it was very, very good.
And on the bottom is dirty rice.
Now just some obligatory shots of the Garden District here in New Orleans. Coming up, we did meet a very interesting man, though. We met Dwayne Walker.
The Umbrella Man, 61.
That's right. Basically a street performer. A lot of fun. Very nice guy. Gave us some history of himself as well as kind of what he does and why he does what he does. So, of course, then we moved on to Bourbon Street, where you saw just some you're always going to see a lot of things on Bourbon Street. And, of course, we got a nice picture of cock. Couldn't help but do it, but we had to. So anyway, New Orleans in a nutshell. We loved it. Had a great time. Couldn't imagine a better vacation. Thanks to all the people. Tropical Isle. They took good care of us a couple nights in a row. Folks again at Tracys, the folks again at Felix's world famous oyster bar, Umbrella Man 61. Google him. Apparently he's all over Google. He's got a lot of stuff. So really kind of a neat street performer. But as always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the trip as much as we did. And next Saturday night we'll be back for a regular cooking show. We'll show you. Maybe we'll make po' boys or something at home and show you exactly how they make it. Who knows?
Maybe beignets.
Ooh, beignets. Beignets a great little appetizer
Pastry.
down here, pastry. So, anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you loved our little trip, and we'll see you next Saturday night, 8 p.m. on Cooking with Michael
And Candace.
and Candace. Good night, everybody.
Good night.